Hello, I'm Sarah and welcome to this week's pantry soap making session. In this week's session we're going to be making Loco for Coco, and it actually uses 6 different types of coconut, so we're heroing the coconut. This first one is our lye, our sodium hydroxide, or you may know it as caustic soda. This is going to be mixed into cooled down coconut water, and we've chilled it because it is going to start darkening and discolouring because of the sugars in the coconut water. Our oils this week is just going to be coconut oil and coconut cream. And then we have 3 other types of coconut. We're using desiccated coconut, we're using ground coconut shell, and we're using something called coconut sap or coconut nectar. And if you've never had this before, I really recommend that you try it. It literally is like maple syrup and honey had a baby. So it's a vegan honey version and it's absolutely delicious. I'll put the recipe up at the end so you can see the full amounts. So we've chilled down the coconut water and we're adding in the sodium hydroxide to it. It's going to darken. So we've actually put some ice water underneath the jug just to try and cool it down a bit so it doesn't discolour too much. And even with that ice, it's still gone really dark in colour. Can you see that almost bright orange colour? Now don't worry, it won't stay as dark as that in finished soap, but don't be surprised if you do get these reactions when you're using sugars or milks. It's quite normal. And we've actually got 500 grams of coconut oil and 50 grams of creamed coconut all mixed together. And to that, we're going to add 25 grams of coconut sap. So we're just going to stick blend the coconut sap into the coconut cream and the coconut oil. Next, we're going to add the cooled lye solution. Remember, this is our coconut water with our lye. It's nowhere near as orange now, it's more of a yellow colour. And then we're going to add in the desiccated coconut. We're also going to add in the ground coconut shell. It's used as an exfoliant, but it is something that you can omit. You don't have to have it in there. So there are some other types of coconut products that you can use too. So we've chosen to use just the coconut cream. We could have also used coconut milk, and you can even get coconut charcoal. So all sorts of other things could be utilised if the things that you already have or can get hold of easily. But don't worry too much if you don't have all of these ingredients. If you don't have the coconut shell or you can't grind it down, omit it and just leave it out. If you haven't got the coconut sap, leave it out. You'll still be able to produce this recipe. Now we're just going to pour it all into a mould. And today I decided that we're not going to use a loaf mould. And this is actually just a regular silicone baking tray. So it's nothing fancy. It's probably something you've already got at home that you use for maybe making brownies. I hope you can see the surface of this. We've got that beautiful desiccated coconut kind of speckling through it and those lovely dark earthy parts of the ground coconut shell. So just to recap, this is our recipe. We've got 500 grams of coconut oil, 50 grams of coconut cream, 25 grams of coconut sap, which you can omit if you don't have it, 7 grams of desiccated coconut, and another optional ingredient is 3 grams of ground coconut shell. And to that we've added 140 grams of coconut water and 77 grams of your sodium hydroxide, that caustic soda. This is the coconut sap, organic coconut nectar that we've used. It's a vegan honey alternative, and you can purchase this through lots of your Whole Food stores. You can get it on quite a few places on Amazon. If you've never tried this, I have to say it's absolutely delicious. So this is the finished Loco for Coco soap. It's a bit of a weird one, this. I'm not sure that I'm totally in love with it. Although it lathers really nicely and it still feels nice, It's very, very gritty, and I think this is partly because of the amount of exfoliants that we've put into the soap. And in actual fact, we put more than we've put in the recipe, because we actually put the whole tub of the ground coconut, which was 5 grams rather than the 3 grams that we were going to use. So that might have made a little bit of a difference, but it just feels very, very exfoliating. I just think there's too many scrubby bits in this. So I love the colour. I'm in love with the lather. Everything else is fine. I just feel it's too exfoliating. It just feels almost like you're washing with sand in the bar, which for someone who's maybe wanting a very scrubby soap, if they were doing like a gardener's product, I'm sure it would be wonderful, but just a little bit too much for me. But anyway, I wanted to share what it came out like and let you see the results. I'll see you in the next session. Bye bye for now.